I want to discuss the committee for the final playoff four. You and I, of course, we do this on the show every week. We do an FSU minutes. Obviously, we're massive FSU fans. Well, Zach, we got left out, despite going 13-0, despite third string quarterback, and granted he looked like shit. Let's be real about that. Demons did their job. After everything else, we got chaos. We got Alabama beating Georgia, which really put things into total chaos. Texas wins. Yeah. So Florida State missing the playoff. I already said my piece on this already through numerous platforms. The floor is yours, man. How do you feel about this? Did they get it right? Did they get it wrong? Are you okay? What's up?
Oh, well, I mean, they totally got it wrong. I think they already knew as soon as Georgia lost. Or no, correction. I think they knew Florida State was out before Florida State played that game. Because if the game was 36-26, they still would have kept Florida State out. And been like, well, they still got a third string backup. But here are my points.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama played like shit for most of the season where they struggled to win games. They could not even come up with a quarterback till halfway through the season. So they were playing with their backup, who they decided on, and most of the college football reporting world had decided on Alabama's quarterback is already a second coming. And then he struggled against Auburn. It took a miracle at the end for Alabama to not have two losses going into the SEC championship game. And you're telling me that Florida State, with a month of preparation, with a backup quarterback who has played and started multiple games over 3 years, would not be capable with a month of training, a month of preparation. Even though we have history on our side now with Cardell Jones and Ohio State. But no, we're not even given that. You have now said regular season victories mean nothing. The only thing that matters is how you're playing the last 2 weeks of the season, so that if you're looking good the last 2 weeks of the season, you could get in if we think you have a big enough fan base.
Same thing I said, man. Like, to me, here's the thing, I'll say it again. And most of the time, and pretty much every year, I think, since this playoff has started in 2014, we haven't had 4 undefeated teams going into the championship week, if I'm not mistaken. So we always had the argument's always been about the one-loss teams, all the one-loss teams. If Florida State had 1 loss, have at it. Hell, put them in number 9. I don't give a crap, But the fact of the matter is the anomaly here, and I think this keeps being missed by people in the media all the time. Florida State was undefeated. It wasn't like they lost the game. They were undefeated. And somehow no one's talking about that.
Yeah.
Look, I agree. You even agree that if I would put, I don't think Florida State is as good as Georgia, Michigan, you name it, Bama, Texas.
I disagree.
I question Oregon. I question Oregon, to be honest with you.
I totally disagree.
Okay.
Because like I said, it took a miracle for Alabama to beat Auburn, who is an average team this year.
Right.
All right. Do me a favor, because I know you can pull it up. Pull up like Alabama's schedule this season.
Okay. Do it right now. I put it on the screen too. I have it on the screen. You want to find out? Okay. I know they had the close wins against South Florida. Close win against who was on the team that they barely beat this year earlier. Bring it right now. Hold on 1 second. Bring it up right now. If this thing can incorporate, yeah. Okay. So let me bring up the screen real quick for us, so we can all see it here for the people watching this on YouTube. Share the screen, and away this thing will hurry up. Where is it at? Alabama schedule. All right. You see it?
No, I don't. There. Here we go.
Okay, it's there now. All right, hold on. We just get it the point where I can actually scroll on this thing. Okay, so um, well here it is. So they beat me. Okay, so their first win of the year was against Milton. Whatever, that doesn't even matter. Milton State.
Okay, no, remember, because this is supposed to be the 5th ranked schedule.
Right.
5th toughest schedule.
Fourth, apparently, according to them, fourth.
But Middle Tennessee, they start out with. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Powerhouse. Next.
Okay. Texas, loss.
Yeah.
And they barely beat 17-3, but that was a close game. Barely beat South Florida, who sucks out loud.
Oh, yeah. South Florida was in it to the 4th quarter. Powerhouse team.
Yep. No, they beat Mississippi, Ole Miss, who was actually top 12 in college football this year. Number 10, I believe, 10 or 11, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was more SEC bias than what they were really accomplishing
True.
at that point.
Blew up Mississippi State. Okay, so that's a good win.
Well,
barely
really? Because Mississippi State was one of the worst teams in the country this year.
Right. I'm not saying they blew them out. A&M.
Well, again, that's what I'm saying is, where is this powerhouse of tough opponents?
I'm gonna A&M won by 6. Barely beat Arkansas by 3. Barely beat Tennessee beat them by 14. That was kind of a game for a while. Beat LSU by 14, but that was kind of a game also too for a little while.
Wait, how much did we beat LSU by? Like 30?
14. We beat them by 30 something. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Beat Kentucky pretty bad. Chattanooga trash. Then you barely beat Auburn.
Yeah, and that's supposedly the 4th or 5th toughest schedule in the country.
Right.
That is total bullshit.
They're weighing the Georgia win more than anything else. They're weighing the Georgia win, especially, which I understand. That is the best single win of the year. Hell, it's the biggest single win of the last 2 years because they haven't lost a game in 2.5 years. I got that. And Zach, for the record, my gripe is less about Alabama getting in, really be honest with you, and more about the process. Like let Bama and Texas duke it out. Again, you got 3 undefeated. Here's my question. Because the committee hid behind the fact that, in my opinion, they're hiding. Okay, they're using the Jordan Travis injury. They said as such after they announced the rankings. Like the committee member came out and said the reason why we did this was because of Jordan Travis' injury.
Yeah. So apparently, there's no such thing as winning with a run game and defense,
right?
Or a kicking game.
So, do you think? I'm not as people say, well, maybe they get in if Travis is healthy. Honestly, I have no faith in the community. I warned people about this shit weeks ago.
Oh, I
warned. You didn't get in with Travis healthy?
I think Travis, had he made it to the end of the season and played in the championship, he'd have been a top 5 Heisman candidate. They wouldn't have risked leaving him off the ballot.
Right. Okay.
So they wouldn't have risked leaving Florida State out of the top 4 playoff.
I do think that no matter what happened, based on what they're saying here, FSU was toast. Because even if the scenario came up where, let's say, Georgia did win against Alabama, they're gone. I still think committee goes Georgia 1, Michigan 2, Washington 3, and then Texas 4.
See, I don't think they couldn't go Texas 4 because Georgia would have beaten Alabama. So, but why is Alabama so special now?
Because but the thing is, they can still hide behind the fact that they have the injury, the injury to Travis. They want the best product. Bottom line, this is about TV. This is literally all reality TV. Dude, college football, Zach, is more WWE than NFL.
I don't even buy I don't get the TV rating shit either. Because I could understand it from a Michigan point. There's like 20 freaking million people living in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many people live in Alabama? Palm Beach County. That's it. That's what they got in Alabama.
But they built a big brand though, which I don't get either, for record. But it's such a big brand now that it's Yankees now. It's Lakers. It really is.
That big brand gets watched when it's playing Georgia, but no one turns in to watch it if they're not in the South.
No, but they've developed such a name for themselves now. Look, I get it. I'm with you. I don't understand it either myself, but we know who Nick Saban is. Everybody knows who Nick Saban is. Nick Saban is a mainstream name at this point. It's not the SEC anymore. This is mainstream. You're talking about the greatest coach in history of college football. You know, Alabama has now become the Yankees. Whether you like it or not.
I disagree. You can go anywhere in America and you'll
Mhm.
find a Yankee hat, right? You could go
Mhm.
anywhere in America, find a Cowboys hat.
Mhm.
Guess what? You do not go everywhere in America and see a Roll Tide Alabama hat.
So you think if Georgia would have won, FSU still would
Alabama,
have gotten in?
I
Ahead of
don't believe
Texas?
Texas would, because
Okay.
now you have Texas, whose big victory is Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
who was also literally on a lifeline against a team who got smoked by New Mexico State.
Right. I'm still upset about the whole thing because again, what the committee told us is that, hey, guess what? Play the games you want. It don't matter. It's what we want. It's what we
Yeah,
want.
now it doesn't matter till the final month of the season.
Right. And yeah, am I happy we're gonna get a 12-team playoff next year? Yeah, absolutely. And I think it'll lessen the load on top of the bracket, but you have chaos in the bottom no matter what. Less chaos than this one is because at least you're fighting for like 2 and 3 lost teams opposed to like undefeated teams. This was egregious because of the undefeated part.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna say. So anyway, committee, go fuck yourselves. Anyway,